President Trump is ripping ABC fake news on his Truth Social account for their 3-on-1 debate debacle, saying people are saying that Comrade Kamala Harris had the questions from fake news ABC. I would say it is very likely. The two so-called anchors were a disgrace to modern-day journalism. And that's not easy. David Muir should be ashamed of himself, as should Lindsay Davis. For her part, Lindsay Davis admitted in an interview that she focused on fact-checking Donald Trump, but not fact-checking Kamala Harris, saying people were concerned that statements were allowed to just hang and not be disputed by the candidate Biden at the time or the moderators at CNN's debate. Now, she admitted she's being interviewed, and she said, well, people complained that the last time around Biden wasn't fact-checking and the moderators weren't fact-checking. So it sounds like Lindsay Davis is saying, so we went in planning on fact-checking Trump, but letting Kamala get away with murder.
No, it's just the whole Biden fact-checking. You couldn't even understand what the man was saying. I don't even know how you would even be able to do that to begin with. I mean, no, the bias was very clear. I think it drove a lot of the American people crazy, and it didn't really pull the people who were undecided one way or another. But my whole thing right now is that, deciding on doing a second debate with Kamala, I would pull back on that heavily until all these networks get their act together and decide on if they are actually going to fairly moderate and this isn't going to be a 3-on-1. Donald Trump has proven over and over again he's not afraid to go in the ring of fire. He's not afraid to go on CNN, ABC, hold these press conferences, talk to anybody. But if they aren't going to give him a fair chance, you can't just keep on doing these debates because you're just setting yourself up to fail.
Yeah, a little Johnny Cash reference there, too. ABC News is now in damage control mode, as they should be. Yesterday, on their Sunday morning show, Martha Raddatz finally at long last, fact-checked one of Kamala Harris's claims at the big presidential debate with Massachusetts governor and Democrat spokesperson for the Kamala campaign, Maura Healey. And very specifically, when she said that there are currently 0 U.S. troops in war zones and combat zones.
Our fact checkers found that to be false, and I have a lot of experience in that area as well. There are currently 900 U.S. military personnel in Syria, 2,500 U.S. troops in Iraq. All have been under regular threat.
We need somebody who's serious and who supports the military. And just remember,
but Governor, excuse me, but she said there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone. That is not true. You say she demonstrated her ability to be commander-in-chief, but did she not know about these people in Syria and Iraq? Why would she say that?
Look, that was a comment. That was a comment in a debate. I think the point that she was trying to make was a broader point.
The Democrats have used that before, including Kamala. Well, that was in a debate, as though anything you say in a debate can be completely false, and it doesn't matter because it's a debate.
It looks like Martha would have done a better job moderating that debate than David or Lindsay. I think that the media has constantly failed. They've shown their bias over and over again in terms of what their support of Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, and their hatred towards Donald Trump. So I think they have a lot of cleanup to do, and I think that's why you got to trust more the American people. I think instead of doing every debate, do a town hall. Have the American people ask the questions, because the American people, they don't trust the media.